This went viral a couple days ago, but I didn't do it a couple days ago because I didn't feel like it. But I was told, now I have not seen the full clips yet. I was told that this was really good content. So people sent this to me and was like, this is really good content. Do it on your show. And so here we are a couple days late, but I'm doing it on my show. Now this is Ted Cruz, who, we have Max the dog. We have a Max the dog sighting, folks. Hold up. Look at this. Maxie! Come on up. So this is Ted Cruz talking to Tucker Carlson. Let's see what happens.
Your episode last night, I sent you a text shortly thereafter and said, listen, I'd like to go on because the way I phrased things yesterday, it was sloppy and it was frankly dumb. And
I don't buy that.
Whoa.
I don't buy that. Look, I've known you a long time, since before you went to the Senate. You were a Supreme Court contender. You take words as seriously as any man who's ever served in the Senate. And every word, you repeated that phrase. I do not believe that you used that accidentally. I just don't.
So, Tucker, as a result of my sloppy phrasing, it's caused a lot of people to misunderstand what I meant. Let me tell you what I meant to say. What I was referring to are the limited number of people who engaged in violent attacks against police officers. Now, I think you and I both agree that if you assault a police officer, you should go to jail. That's who I was talking about. And the reason the phrasing was sloppy is I have talked dozens, if not hundreds of times. I've drawn a distinction. I wasn't saying that the thousands of peaceful protesters supporting Donald Trump are somehow terrorists. I wasn't saying the millions of patriots across the country supporting President Trump are.
So, folks, this is actually, I was told that this was good. And guess what? The people who told me that, they were not wrong. They were right. They were very correct. This is incredible. So I don't have like the whatever he said the other day, but I guess he called. Oh my God, the Chiron! Oh my God, the Chiron! Hold up, folks, the Chiron. Hold up. I just realized the Chiron. Oh my God,
peaceful protesters supporting Donald Trump are somehow terrorists.
Folks,
I wasn't saying the millions.
Folks, the goddamn Chiron. Oh man, that's too good. All right. So anyway, cruising for a bruising. What on earth was Ted Cruz thinking? That's so good. Oh my God. So anyway, so apparently he called January 6 people violent terrorists or whatever. That's true. I think everyone that attended that speech probably should be in jail because they're either a fascist or they're a fascist in training. I think Trump should be in jail. I think Tucker Carlson should be in jail. I think Ted Cruz should be in jail. I think all these people should be in prison. But again, think of the idea that a senator is going on Fox News to cry and whine like a little goddamn baby, like he's a little precious baby boy. You know, baby, right? That's him, and he's going on and he's like, I'm so sorry. Also, I love Tucker Carlson's idea that's like, you were a Supreme Court contender, so therefore you can't make bad phrasing. Like, first of all, like, what? Like, okay, so I'm a Supreme Court contender, therefore I will never make a mistake ever, right? But you know, like, he's really beating him in. Like, he's beating him into the wall. He's, like, stuffing this guy's fucking face in a toilet. He's, like, stuffing him in a locker right now, so let's watch.
Millions of patriots across the country supporting President Trump are terrorists, and that's what a lot of people have misunderstood that comment.
Wait a second, but hold on. What you just said doesn't make sense. So if somebody assaults a cop, he should be charged and go to jail. I couldn't agree more. We have said that for years. But that person's still not a terrorist. How many people have been charged with terrorism on January 6th? Like, why'd you use that word? You're playing into the other side's characterization that, as Joe Kent just explained, allows them to define an entire population as foreign combatants. And you know that. So why'd you do it?
So, Tucker, let me answer you directly. The reason I use that word for a
I would hope that you would answer him directly, right? Like, I mean, like, why? Okay, Tucker, let me answer you, but with an indirect riddle. Like, what? Who? What?
Decade, I have referred to people who violently assault police officers as terrorists. I've done so over and over and over again. If you look at all the assaults we've seen across the country, I've called that terrorism over and over again. That being said, Tucker, I agree with you. It was a mistake to say that yesterday, and the reason is what you just said, which is we've now had a year of Democrats in the media twisting words and trying to say that all of us are terrorists, trying to say you're a terrorist, I'm a terrorist, and so
I do agree with Democrats in this very rare instance. The Democrats are good when it comes to calling Republicans terrorists. Are they good on holding them accountable? Are they good on treating them as terrorists? Are they good on throwing them in jail or charging them or expelling them or, doing it? No. But when it comes to calling them terrorists, not bad.
So look, I don't like people who assault cops, and I stand up and defend cops. And the reason I use
shit, there's more. There's more.
That all of us are terrorists, trying to say you're a terrorist, assault cops, and I stand up and defend cops. And the reason I use that word is that's the word I've always used for people that violently attack cops. But in this context, I get why people were angry. Because we've had a year of the corrupt corporate media and Democrats claiming anyone who objected to the election fraud. And by the way, remember what was happening.
That is anyone who objected to the certification of the election after the motherfuckers stormed the... Now, it's one thing, okay? Right? Like, oh, you're separated from real life. You don't quite understand what the implications are. Right? You did the objection shit while they're still rioting and fucking looting outside. That's one thing. But after they cleaned up, after Ashley Babbitt was fucking shot in the goddamn face they still went in, they literally led their own supporters into a place where they died and killed themselves, which I don't care about. Fuck them. Right? And then they still did it afterward. They should be in jail. 14th Amendment, Section 3. Anyone who gives aid or comfort to those engaging in insurrection should be expelled and banned from office. 14th Amendment, Section 3. Like, hello, they're banned. Ted Cruz, banned. He should be banned. He violated the Constitution. The constitutional clause that he violated states that he should be expelled and banned. So, what? Yes. After they fucking tried to destroy the fucking U.S. government, you, going on and saying, well, anyway... pretend that didn't happen. Let's go back to... No. I'm sorry. Go fuck yourself. Yes, you should. You are a terrorist and you should be in prison.
Wait. Can I just ask, hold on. You work in the... I guess I just don't believe you. And I mean that with respect, because I have such respect for your acuity and your precision. And I've seen it on display. I've covered you as a reporter. I know how you speak. And you have sat there for a year and watched people use language to distort the events of that day. Intentionally. Insurrection. Coup.
Of course it
terrorism.
Wasn't an insurrection. Saying it's an insurrection is a political term. It's a lie. I've repeatedly denounced it. And when it comes to, look, I was focusing on what I normally say. That what you aired was a little 15-second snippet. What I normally say is violence is wrong, peaceful protest is right. If you engage in violence, you should be prosecuted. If you're speaking, you have a right to speak. I say that all the time.
Well, I meant, and I agree.
In that snippet.
So who's Ray Epps, by the way, since you are a senator? He and this other guy are clearly encouraged.
This is so good. This is so good. I'm having a great time.
We're standing up to defend this country on January. While thousands of people were standing up to defend this country on January 6th, at that exact moment, I was standing on the Senate floor objecting to the election results, demanding that we impanel an election commission to consider evidence of voter fraud.
Y'all, I'm telling you right now, this is fun to watch right now. In January of 2022, this is fun to watch. But imagine when Ted Cruz is rising to the and he becomes whatever, and it's oh yeah, he's just endorsing a fucking I objected to the fraud. What fraud, bro? There were 60 fucking court cases and you lost everyone. What fraud are you referring to, man? These guys are fucking crazy. They're Looney Tunes. They live in a fucking fantasy world. This is again, this is I don't even, okay, so Donald Trump won the election, ? Can you prove it? Citation needed? No. All right, one strike, you're out. You're done. If you, okay, so he lost by 8 million votes. He lost Georgia. He lost Pennsylvania. He lost, Michigan, right? So how did he win? What mechanism? Oh, well, they can never explain it. Oh, there was fraud. Okay, can you, point out the fraud? All the, there have been case after case after case after case, right, of voter fraud actually getting found out and people getting held responsible for voter fraud. But guess what? They're fucking Republicans, bro! I can't with this shit.
And I brought together 11 senators to join me in supporting getting to the bottom of that. So, of course, it would be ridiculous.
This language, right? this fucking leading language of we're going to get to the bottom of it. You've had a year. You've had it, not even a year, but like, you know, this fraud bullshit nonsense, stop the steal garbage was happening after the election, right? They even try to bake it in before the election. Like, you had a year and like, you know, like fucking like what, 15 months to find this fraud? You didn't find it. The audit in Arizona found out that Biden won bigly by even more than they originally, like, this is all fantasy land. But if someone can turn on the TV and see people say that, they can go online and see people say that, they can go to the Capitol on January 6th and hear people say that, they can see the former president say that, right? They live in the fantasy world. They are steeped in fantasy, right? Like these, like, again, it's like,
for me to be saying that the people standing up and protesting to follow the law were somehow terrorists. I was talking about people who commit violence against cops, and you and I both agree, if you commit violence
I love the Chiron, cruising for a bruising, what on earth was Ted Cruz saying? I love it. Oh, that's so funny.
You should go to jail.
Yeah, but you're not a terrorist. You know, you're not. You're a guy who assaults a cop. Okay, so there's a legal difference, as you well know better than I do, since you were actually in the running for the Supreme Court. And there's a moral difference between a guy,
but Tucker, the reason I use that word is for a decade I've used that word for people that violently assault cops. I use that word all in 2020 for the Antifa and BLM terrorists that assaulted cops and firebombed police cars. But I agree, it was a mistake to use the word yesterday because the Democrats and the corporate media have so politicized it. They're trying to paint everyone as a terrorist, and it's a lie. Exactly. And by the way, I've spoken out vocally against your exchange you just had. They want to paint us as Nazis. Yes,
I know, it's scary.
That is what they're trying to do. And look, I'm the one leading the fight in the Senate against this garbage. And it's what I have been doing, and it's what I'll continue doing.
Well, I appreciate your coming on tonight. Thank you very much, Senator Ted Cruz of Texas.
Of Texas.
Well, the Democrats...
Jesus, now that was entertaining. But again, you have to understand, like, Tucker Carlson has got, like, fucking Republican senators, like as a lapdogs, motherfucker. You make one small, slight miscalculation, you put one word in front of another word in, like, the wrong way, right? Like, and you're gone. You're done. You have to go on there, like, this is like a fucking tribunal. Like, you have to go on there and answer for your fucking crimes against the fucking world. Like, I mean, this is crazy, man. This is crazy shit. But again, I mean, like, these motherfuckers should be in jail. They use their fucking power to try to overthrow the U.S. government. Now, I don't like the U.S. government. Fuck the U.S. government. Like, do I need to say that? Is it like, I mean, look at what's happening around us. Like, this government, not so good. But I would rather have the U.S. government than a fucking Republican fucking, like one-party ethno-state like they want to do, right? Where they fucking will ban critical race theory and the transgenders and the gays from marrying. It's like, what the... Like, anyone that thinks that, and they're going to ban abortion and they're going to mandate, like, Christianity to be the state religion or whatever. Like, anyone that thinks Republicans, right, are have any fucking, like, leg to stand on when it comes to, like, fighting for freedom and democracy, like, they're fucking stupid, right? And the people that follow these motherfuckers are dumb as hell. They live in a fucking fantasy world, right? It's like when you're binging a fucking, like, TV show, right? And you're just like, you're really into it, and then you start dreaming about it. Like, that's basically what these motherfuckers have done with the entire Republican voter base, right? Like, they're like living in a fucking television show, and they don't realize, oh, wait a second, the real world isn't actually like that, right? Like, and it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And are the Democrats going to hold them accountable? No. Is anyone else going to hold them accountable? No. So they're just going to get away with it. They're going to fuck shit up, and they're going to keep crying and whining. And then when they take power again, because they might win in 2022 midterms, we'll see. Right? So, like, I mean, it's just going to be a shit show. This is the end of the American empire. I'm telling you right now. Put this little clip in, like, a cringe compilation 10 years from now when we're living in the Republican ethno-state. Throw this in there, and I'm going to say, yes, this is January 2022. Calling it now, folks. It's over. Goodbye, America. Goddamn, goddamn.